Let me tell you a story. Quite recently, I was journaling and I realized something that just got to me. Right now, I'm living a life that I fantasized about when I started improving myself. Vulnerable social connections, some compliments on my half decent physique, being a YouTuber, doing business, being more truthful. I feel a whole lot more happier and just more at peace. I kind of did it, bro. Just compare that to how you will feel when you look at your own past 2 3 years. That is the thing about being a teenager. You need to raise your hands in order to use the restroom, but you have the potential and the capacity to do so much with your life. And if you are one such teenager watching this video, I want you to go down and hit the dislike button. And when this video ends up impacting your life, I want you to come back to it and then change that dislike into a like. And hopefully when you go down and you see the stats, you can see how many people actually did that and ended up liking this video. And the first thing that you must realize is the power that you actually hold in your hands. And this is called the locus of control, scientific term. And in simple words, what this means is because there is just a huge time delay between the time in which between the times where you're putting so much effort and between the results. What do I mean? If you're going to work out, there is a huge time delay between the times in which you are grinding, struggling to show up, the time in which you're just disciplining yourself and to put in the work. There will be days in which you do that, and after a long period of time, there will come the time where you're getting compliments for your physique. There will be days where you are grinding on your YouTube channel, and after a long period of time, you will get results. That is just how leveling up in a lot of aspects work. But does that mean that the result that you get is accidental or coincidental? No. It's because of the stuff that you did. But then your brain, unless you consciously think of it, unless you consciously write it down, your brain just doesn't do that. And that just makes you feel like you are a lot more powerless than you actually are over the things that happen to you. And to go against this bias and to actually get the locus of control. Locus of control means like you have the control. To get that in your own life, I want you to ask yourself these two questions. And it's very easy. It's very easy for you to keep it vague and just look at the video and be like, damn. But what actually makes this so powerful is if you actually take a notebook and write the stuff down. And when you're able to see that, when you're having that more level of clarity on it, it just impacts you infinitely more. What are the results that I am currently experiencing that I am failing to attribute to past actions and efforts? And what are the actions and efforts that I am taking now that I am failing to attribute to future results? And just keep going, just keep writing on the struggles, on the things, on the results, and then you will have a moment where you're like, damn, I did so much. The second part of this is when you want to start acting. When you realize the power that you hold in your hands, even just taking action right now, you know, because you have done it before. You have seen, you are getting the results right now. So you know that you will take the actions right now without expecting results in the near future. And that will come a time where you end up seeing the results. That will come a time a few months from now, or a year from now, where you get to experience the rewards. And now that you associated that results with the actions you're taking right now, how do you actually take the action? The action and efforts that you will be willing to take today will honestly most probably be so minuscule that it hurts your ego. Ask yourself, again, write this down, bro. What are the things that you could do to improve your life? And while you won't be willing to do most of these things, like things that I can do to improve my life, you'll have a huge list. Most of them you won't actually be willing to do it today. But what are some of those things that you will be willing to do today? You will be willing to do right now. And these are the small actions that will end up getting you the XP. Yes, you can go to the gym and work out 1 hour tomorrow, work out 2 hours tomorrow. You will study for 4 hours tomorrow. What about today? 4 hours? Nah, bro. What can you do today? What would you be willing to do today? 30 seconds of meditation? 10 push ups? Get the XP so that, but I won't get any results from 30 seconds of meditation. That will give you the XP that you need to then do the stuff which will actually get you the results. Slaying the dragon will give you the egg, but slaying the chickens won't give you the egg in the video game analogy. But then when you slay the chickens, you gain the XP points so that you can slay the rabbit, then you can slay the tiger, and then the lion, and then you go to the dragon. Because you know the stuff that you need to be doing, you just haven't done it yet. Which means there are things that you can do easily, you need to take the ego hit and actually go and do it. And probably today, I need to ask myself the same question and take action on this exact question. What is something that I could do to improve my life? And which of those things will I be willing to do today? Start small. Take the ego hit and start small. Start with one conversation. Start with 30 seconds of meditation. And just keep going. Get the XP, level up. When you do these two things, when you realize the power and then you start taking action, you take the ego hit and you start taking those small actions to improve your life step by step by step, that will come a point, you do realize the power that you have, right? That will come a point where you look back and you're like, I did the things that I set out to do. And one of the biggest mountains that you will end up conquering on this journey is the one of your own distractions. Because if you end up winning that battle and then conquering that mountain, what will happen is that taking the actions, taking the steps, it will become a lot more easier to do the work. It will become a lot less boring to do the work, honestly. I have friends who have did a dopamine detox challenge where they cut everything out. I have a friend who has just finished the 7 days of dopamine detox and just came and just like ate a Dorito on the 7th day. I think that is a difference between people who end up doing a dopamine detox challenge just as a challenge and end up going back to square one, and people who actually use it as a tool for change. I think there are a few factors that come into play, and when you do that few factors, what happens is that you use the dopamine detox as a tool for change, and that massively affects the level of actions and the level of progress that you can make. And that dramatically will impact the progress and the achievements that you will end up getting through the actions that you take now. So I have made a video about the dopamine detox. It's like I'll keep it here on the end screen. Just click on that video and I'll see you there. My name is Yuka Shravan and I'm rooting for you.